Just like the hours of service, the FMCSA wants your input on another subject. Get ready for it. I'm Mark, and this is Trucking Answers. The FMCSA wants to hear from you and me and all the rest of us, just like they did on hours of service, about detention time. Here's what they want to know. And by the way, the link is in the description for you to go to the FMCSA and leave your comments. On hours of service, only 5,000 drivers left their comments. What is up with that? There should be 500,000 comments. Anyway, look, here's what they want to know. They want to know stuff like, how long should you wait at a place before you get detention, before it's considered detention? They call that dwell time. What is the time from when you show up somewhere until when you think it should be detention? And they also want to know why that is. So if you tell them no amount of time, it should be right away, I need to get right away. They want to know why is that. Give a reason. They don't just want to hear 2 minutes, okay? So I think an hour is reasonable to be loaded or unloaded at a place. Now, if you're driving some kind of specialty equipment or something that takes longer, put that in there. Hey, I drive stuff and it takes 3 hours to unload, so I don't think there should be detention for that. A place should have a reasonable amount of time to unload you, certainly. They want to know things like, is there a way to accurately track detention? And people say, oh, ELD, that tracks detention. Well, it doesn't really track detention, does it? It tracks that you're not moving, or it tracks that kind of thing. And what happens? Most drivers, they go off duty or in the sleeper berth at a ship or receiver. And so how is the DOT to know from looking at a log, this person isn't just sleeping there, or this person went off duty and went to the movies, because that's what you're supposed to be able to do to go off duty. You have to be able to pursue activities of your own choosing, including away from the location that you're in. So just the electronic log is not the best way to track detention. They also want to know if they were to put on a database where you could search it, carriers could search it. This place, like this Walmart, you average 7 hours, and Tyson is 5 hours, and then this place is an hour. Would that help carriers decide better on where to take loads? I personally don't think that would make any difference to carriers on whether they took a load somewhere. It already doesn't make any difference to carriers. I'd also like you to do this. And think about this. Every time you write something down there, be sure to put down that detention isn't the real issue in the industry. Mark, it's a big problem. I sit and wait. No. The problem is you don't get paid for the time that you're waiting. That's the big problem. The reason drivers violate their logs by driving after they've been sitting 9 hours and then drive 11 hours is because they don't get paid for it. Write down there that drivers should get paid hourly for every minute that they work, including overtime. The DOT, FMCSA, every congressman, everybody needs to know that. The detention, the waiting isn't the problem. And I will say this, the reason drivers don't get paid is because they accept not being paid. There are places that pay you, and then there are places that don't pay you. Do not accept less than you're worth. Do not work for nothing. Don't sit around for free. But regardless of that, the FMCSA wants to know, and we can at least help them out on this detention thing by telling them the problem is drivers not being paid. How about making drivers be paid? That would be the best solution in the industry. This mileage plus stop plus hourly plus waiting plus all layover, disaster. Cut it out, right? That is old-timey pay. What is old-timey pay? That's what that is. It's old-timey. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, the FMCSA has a few questions for you, and well thought out answers are always appreciated. We have 60 days from June 10th. It started June 10th, so we have 60 days from then, 2019, depending when you're watching the video. And get your comments in. It doesn't cost you anything while you're sitting around. If you are being detained somewhere, not being paid, that is the perfect time for you to go and fill this out. The docket number, all that's all in the link page. It's right there on the FMCSA first page. It explains to you how to leave a comment. Everything you need to know is right there. Follow the link. Leave your comments for the DOT and the FMCSA. Let them know what you think about detention. They want to know. 500,000, that's the goal. That's still only about a third of the drivers. So can we at least do that? We can't complain about stuff when they're asking you about it, and then all you do is complain about it to each other on the CB, which nobody uses, right, or at the truck stop, while you're doing stuff there and not actually taking some kind of action. Nothing happens until you take action. All right, so that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching Trucking Answers.